This is Reginald Khu-akaru, founder of Kemetic Centered Living. This is a beginner-friendly Kemetic spirituality channel. Here on this channel, I'll be teaching you the ancient Kemetic spiritual principles that will help you live life authentically, unapologetically, and on your terms. How? Because Kemetic spiritual principles are truly about personal growth and empowerment from the inside out. You're gods and goddesses in training to one day wake up and realize the power you have within you to create your life and the world in the way that you desire. There are negative concepts we learned as Christians that are actually more empowering when you grasp what they meant in the original Kemetic paradigm. This channel is not about bashing Christianity nor Christians. However, I do contrast Christianity to Kemetic spirituality. Why? Because the teachings of Christianity originated in ancient Kemet. I contrast them with the original teachings of ancient Kemet because Christianity either misunderstood or changed them to something that was almost unrecognizable. You'll understand the teachings better by me showing the differences between the two, not to bash anyone, but just to compare one to the other. Do you or have you ever regularly repeated these negative Christian affirmations? Number 1, I was born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Number 2, my righteousness is as filthy rags. Number 3, I'm a sinner saved by grace. When you look out into the world, do you only see the worst aspects of things, events, people, and experiences? If so, you're negatively programmed. The affirmations that I just mentioned are only the tip of the iceberg to a whole set of beliefs and a way of life that we lived as Christians. This programming produced people that are negative thinkers. A negative thinker will expect the worst possible outcome from just about every situation. This causes reduced expectations. Negative thinkers do this by only considering the worst possible scenarios in order to shield themselves from disappointment. People who are negative thinkers oftentimes suffer from low self-esteem and low self-confidence because they focus on the things that are inadequate about themselves. This is how Christian beliefs can tie into low self-esteem and low self-confidence. Because of doctrines like original sin, we're programmed to think negatively about ourselves and others in humanity. If you've ever believed you're a sinner, that means you are focused on what you believe is wrong with you. You then believe you're unworthy to have good things in your life. You're saved by grace, but barely worth saving because you're unworthy. By extension, you see others through the same lens. You might even give yourself a lift when you determine that you're not as bad off as the other people. In other words, you become judgmental of others. Look around the world within the communities of the African diaspora, and you'll see poverty, depression, despair, and hopelessness. And they usually have more churches per capita in these communities than any other communities anywhere on the planet. It's said that the African people of the African diaspora are the most religious people on the planet. I don't think that there's just a coincidence that we're also some of the poorest because of that religion. This then becomes the result of constantly affirming, I am a sinner, I am a wretch, and a host of other negative affirmations. A couple of the most common outcomes of this type of thinking is depression and anxiety. Constantly being in these states lead to disease, such as heart disease, high blood pressure, caused by hypertension, diabetes, etc. These diseases are at the top of the death rate chart among those of the African diaspora worldwide. Can Christianity be blamed for everything negative in the communities of the African diaspora? Of course not. But by a large measure, it cultivates a mindset that's at the root of so many ills within the African diaspora. I know through experience and through the successes of many of my students that the negative mindset can be reversed when you begin to practice the teachings of ancient Kemetic spirituality and gaining skills with sacred process mastery. Therefore, again, my channel is not about attacking Christianity or Christians. It's about helping those of the African diaspora and humanity through limiting beliefs based on a foundation of Christian doctrines that are anti-human. Doctrines like original sin, total depravity, and eternal damnation. If you're ready to begin living your life from a place of personal authenticity, unapologetically, and on your terms, then come to my channel and consume as many videos as possible. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share with anyone that will be consciously elevated and vibrationally uplifted by this.